Hi, and welcome. You're listening to the X22 Report. My name is Dave, and this is episode 1858 AN. Today's date is May 3rd, 2019, and the title of the episode is Boom, Nothing Can Stop What Is Coming. This is Control. Now, this is the time of year that most of us have a big old clear out. We get rid of all the stuff that's collected through the winter, hidden away in the back of a cupboard or a file cabinet. There might be a gold mine. Noble Gold can show you how to blow the financial dust off those files, revitalize the dead money, and catapult your retirement savings into orbit. Just for May, to celebrate Memorial Day, they are offering a solid silver Trump 2020 coin and a 10-ounce silver bar for anyone rolling over an IRA or cash deal over $20,000. Talk to the team over at Noble Gold today and call 877-646-5347. Protect your retirement by investing in a gold IRA. Let's get into the economic collapse financial news. Now, we've been talking about control. Control the economy, control what is coming, and to control all of this, to control the narrative, you need to plan the entire thing out. And it might not go the way you think it should go. It might not happen in the time frame that you think it's going to happen, because your expectations are different from the plan. But if we start to look at what has been happening, and we look at certain indicators, and we look at the events that have occurred, we can see how the plan is going to work. Do we know the exact timing? No. But we can look at it and say, hey, we see it happening. Take, for example, the economy. We know that Trump is going to make a move against the Federal Reserve. This is why he has Andrew Jackson hanging on his wall. It's not a coincidence. He just didn't throw it up there. There's a reason for it. And there's a reason why Trump is continually contradicting the Fed. It's all part of the plan to make everyone aware of what the Fed is doing. Now, remember, the Fed, many people don't know about the Fed. People don't even understand what the Fed does, or that the Fed is really not part of the government. Trump continually out there tweeting and contradicting the Fed. He is bringing the attention to the Fed. Now, everyone's probably saying, well, the only people that see that are those people that are following Trump, those people that see his tweets. Well, you have to remember, good tweet, bad tweet doesn't really matter. The mainstream media loves to take his tweets and they love to talk about it. Now, they might say the actual opposite of what he's trying to do, but that doesn't matter because they're talking about the Fed, telling the people what Trump is doing and how he's wrong. This is actually part of the plan. He wants people to think about what the Fed is actually doing and to question what the Fed is actually doing. And he needs to control the economy and convince the American people that he has made the economy look absolutely fantastic. And he has accomplished that. He has full control of the economic narrative. We know the unemployment numbers came out today. The BLS reported that in April, the U.S. economy added 263,000 jobs. Now, it doesn't matter if these things are manipulated or not, that people are not counted. Remember, he's using the weapons against them. The same exact weapons that they use against us, he's using against them. And they really can't say much. Now, according to these numbers, construction is up 33,000 jobs. Professional and business services, they're up 76,000. Manufacturing's up 4,000 jobs. Retail is down 12,000 jobs. They lost 12,000, which makes sense because retail has been struggling. The average early earnings year on year has dropped. The labor force participation rate unexpectedly dropped back to the lowest level since the 60s, sliding from 63% to 62.8%. The unemployment rate came down from 3.8% down to 3.6%. A new 49-year low. Now, if you look at this, and you just look at the numbers, because this is the numbers that the deep state, the central banks have been putting out there, this is what people look at. Wow, look what he just did. The black population, the Hispanic population, the Asian population, unemployment dropped to record low. He's controlling it all. And at the same time, what is he doing? He's bringing manufacturers back. He's bringing businesses back. And he's getting companies to invest here in the United States. U.S. Steel Corp is going to invest more than $1 billion in a facility in Braddock, Pennsylvania, near Pittsburgh. And Trump is saying that this is because of the tariffs on steel. He tweeted out the following: "Congrats to @US Steel for investing $1+ billion in America. Most innovative steel mill. 232 tariffs make Pennsylvania and USA more prosperous and secure by bringing steel and aluminum industries back. Tariffs are working. Pittsburgh is again the steel city. USA economy is booming." So while he's making everyone believe that the economy is doing fantastic, while he's pushing this out there, the mainstream media, they can't say anything about it. Yes, they can say it's going to slow. Yes, they can project into the future. But we are here in the here and now. I mean, listen to CNN. They took a poll, and no matter which way they tried to do it, it always comes out the same. That Trump's approval rating on the economy is the highest number we have ever seen. Now, listen to what this individual said on CNN.
Part of that. Here, pardon the pun, is the Trump card for the president. 56% of Americans approve how he's handling the economy. This is the highest number we've ever seen in CNN polling. Look at this. That 56%, if you stack it up historically, it's the high watermark in the entirety of the Trump presidency in CNN polling. We've not seen him have that big of an approval rating on the economy. As you know, James Carville made famous, right? It's the economy, stupid. We know that sensibility about the economy heading into an election matters.
Now, did you catch the last part of what he said? That this is going to help him in the 2020 election. Why? It doesn't matter if you're on the Democratic side. Doesn't matter if you're on the Republican side. Everyone has one thing in common, and that is money. People don't like to lose it. People like to keep their jobs. People like to feel secure. And when you feel this, you feel good. And this is exactly what he's doing. This is part of the plan, to make everyone feel good about the economy, to make everyone understand that he took a mediocre economy and built it up to what it is today. Now, when people see jobs coming back like the steel industry, this is going to create a lot of jobs. When he sees other manufacturers coming back, this is just going to add to it. And the reason for all this, which is not going to happen right now, not before the elections, the reason for all this is to use this and turn it around to go after the central bank system. Because he created an economy that is second to none. Anything the Fed does now, any move they make, they're going to be blamed for bringing down the economy. This has been the plan since the beginning. Now, of course, we're going to go through different areas of the plan. Some of it's not going to make sense. And we need to understand that he still has seats to fill in the Federal Reserve. He's looking for the right person that is on the same page as him, that will do what he needs them to do without question. And I don't mean that they're not going to question what they're doing. I mean, they're on the same page and they're going to go after the same exact thing, where they're going to get rid and restructure the Federal Reserve, and then have the Fed bring down the economy later on. Remember, They keep making the argument that the Fed has to be independent. Let it be independent. Let the Fed be independent. That's what everyone thinks. And when they bring down the economic system because they wanted to raise rates, this independent organization will be audited. And Trump will continually tweet out and blame it all on the Fed. Now, if the Fed is going to be blamed for the economy coming down, the stock market coming down, what about the rest of the central bank systems around the world? The ECB, the IMF. Well, guess what? It's like a domino effect. Remember, they're responsible for the entire global economic system. They tell countries what to do. They tell countries, listen, if you want more money, guess what? You need austerity. They dictate what they want the countries to do to get more currency, to put them further and further into debt. And they're the ones who've been telling us that everything has been fine. Yes, things are slowing. Yes, the global growth is not going the way we want, but that's because of Trump. Now, Trump is going to make the deal with China. Tariffs are not going to be here forever. He's using them as leverage. He wants jobs to come back here. And once he removes the tariffs, the central banks, they're standing there with their pants down. They will have nothing at this point. Nothing to fall back on. And what are they going to say? Well, Trump made the economy look too good? No, they can't say anything. This is going to be the trap that he is setting. Because any move they make, if the ECB decides to lower rates or increase rates and the economy starts to fall apart, ECB's fault. If the Fed decides to raise rates or even lower rates, it's the Fed's fault. If they try to unwind, it's the Fed's fault. If they try to do anything and it interrupts what Trump is doing, it will be their fault. Patriots are in total control. That's what it was all about. Remember, Q has been telling us that they had a plan to bring down the economic system in 2020. It is not going to happen because, as you can see, rates are frozen right now. And what's going to happen, probably the next Fed meeting, you're going to see the Fed cut rates. And who's in control? The Patriots. And once we see that happen, Trump, the Patriots, they are completely in control of all of it. They're calling the shots. And what does that mean moving forward? That means right after the elections, once Trump wins, because he needs all of this in place to win, this is when you're going to see major, major changes. A restructuring, a transition. And it's going to happen very, very quickly. We're not going to have to wait like we've been waiting now. Because there's no roadblocks. There's nothing stopping him. Think about it. Listen, everyone, thanks a lot for listening. Be well, be safe, and especially be prepared. Thanks a lot.